Hello everybody, this is Dr. Bob DeMaria with another episode of questions about Ask Dr. Bob from Naples, Florida and Westlake, Ohio. Tremendous questions. Someone must have been watching me when I talked about vitiligo. I have learned over time, especially reading and researching, that one of the leading causes of vitiligo is stress. And stress cannibalizes a protein called tyrosine. It's an amino acid. Tyrosine helps make skin pigment. And it's very interesting, and we can test you for your tyrosine through the urine organics test, and you may consider having it done. Dr. Bob, I have an 11-year-old son. You said he's relatively healthy, but he has about a dozen warts around his body. This is what I've learned. Manganese, not magnesium, could be a manganese deficiency or a virus. We use something called Agrisept and a product that you want to contact us for called MN-Zyme. Good question. Dr. Bob, I was watching you on TV with Marilyn and Sarah, and you were talking about the thyroid gland. And I know you had a lot of thyroid issues, and I believe they want to even take your thyroid gland out. This is what I would suggest if you want us to help you. You need a thyroid panel done, a TSH, a T3, a T4, and something called a TPO. You may consider getting Dr. Bob's Drugless Guide to Balancing Female Hormones. Once we have those numbers, we can create a protocol for you. Dr. Bob, you're looking for information on autoimmune and fatty liver and cirrhosis for a non-drinker. This is also very interesting. People who eat fruit after a meal could have a chance to have an alcoholic liver. My mom drank very little alcohol and she had a very large liver, but she always ate fruit. Not that fruit is bad, I'm just making a comment. Hi, Dr. Bob. You were going through someone that is chronically sick, MTHFR, depression, anxiety, works for a daycare, they have eczema in the ears. This is what I would do. You have to stop sugar. You say, how do you know I'm eating sugar? Because people who have all these health challenges usually eat sugars. It compromises the immune system. So if you'd like me to give you some insight, you might want to contact us, have a consultation, but we would also do an OptiChem to determine some of your blood chemistry levels. Dr. Bob, I have Addison's disease, and Addison's disease is weakness of the adrenal glands. You went through a lot of different information. You've had a lot of care. I know that you're concerned about your libido. Your libido is your desire for intimacy. You would want to have a saliva test for your adrenal hormones and your female hormones. You want to know if there was a book. Well, I wrote a book called Dr. Bob's Drugless Guide to Balancing Female Hormones. So we'd want to do some testing to see what areas in your body that we would need to work with. You may even consider coming to see me at the Naples, Florida or the Westlake, Ohio practice so we could look and delve into this more, because I know it was really a concern. We have someone who is basically a plant eater, and they're really concerned about every aspect of their body. Here's what I want you to know. This is what I find a lot of times with plant eaters. You have to make sure you have enough oil. Omega-3 oils, omega-6 oils, but oils are really important. And you need a source of protein. So we use a pea and a pumpkin protein for our plant eaters. Oftentimes plant eaters don't have enough B12. Really good question. Read it all the way through, but you want pea protein, pumpkin protein, and I think it'd be really, really important to have your omega test done for the oils in your body. Last question, interesting question. Dr. Bob, I've been tested positive for MARCoNS or MARCoNS, depending on how you want to say that, which is a chronic staph problem, bacteria, and you've done some other care for that over time. You want to eliminate sugar. We use a product called Agrisept L. You need to support your immune system. You might need zinc. So it's a combination, and when we do the OptiChem profile, that helps us help you determine what's going on, and you could even have a food sensitivity. Tremendous questions. Come and see me in Naples, Florida or Westlake, Ohio. I'm Dr. Bob DeMaria.